Beijing Winter Olympic Games is facing a diplomatic boycott. East Turkestan Government-in-Exile and many other human rights groups are demanding a boycott of Beijing's Winter Olympics, calling it a genocide game, because of the ongoing genocide in Chinese-occupied East Turkestan. President Joe Biden said that the U.S. is considering a diplomatic boycott of the 2022 Winter Olympic Games in Beijing to protest China's treatment of Uyghur and other Turkic people of East Turkestan. Under a diplomatic boycott, American athletes would still participate in the Games, but an official delegation of U.S. government officials would not attend. The idea of a diplomatic boycott of the Beijing Games is not new. As early as April, a State Department spokesman said the U.S. was in talks with the key allies about ways to protest China's human rights record at the Winter Olympics. However, Thursday marked the first time Biden himself had confirmed that a diplomatic boycott was something they are considering. Prime Minister of East Turkestan in exile, Salih Hudayar, responded to this statement on Twitter, and he says, President Joe Biden must make it clear that the U.S. government will not repeat Berlin 1936 Olympic Games and that it will not honor China's genocidal regime by attending the Genocide Games in Beijing. Biden should also urge other governments to boycott this genocide game. People of East Turkestan could face more repression under new leaders. Independence is the only way. Xi Jinyu, an academic at the Institute for National Defense and Security Research of Taiwan, said in a post on the Institute's blog that last month the Chinese Communist Party reshuffled 3 top officials of the region, which marks a near total turnover of its leadership since 2018. According to him, Beijing's reshuffle of officials in East Turkestan might be an alert of hardening of repression against Uyghurs and other Turkic people of East Turkestan. His analyses are based on his substantial experience in China's mass surveillance program. Prime Minister of East Turkestan, Government-in-Exile, Salih Hudayar says on his Twitter account, the genocide of Uyghurs and other Turkic people will continue and only intensify as China continues to colonize and occupy East Turkestan. Restoring East Turkestan's independence is the only way to ensure the very existence and survival of Uyghurs. East Turkestanis should not be called separatists. A recently published article written by Michael Rubin to National Interest received criticism because of the word separatists he used for the Uyghur and Tibetan activists. The article is titled, Should the United States Support Chinese Separatism? And concluded as, China is more an empire than a nation-state, and empires collapse. Not only the State Department, but also the White House and Congress should focus attention on dissidents and activists in East Turkestan, Tibet, Inner Mongolia, and Hong Kong to increase their prestige. Although the exhibited opinion is aligned with above-mentioned activists, calling them separatists is not proper. Salih Hudayar, Prime Minister of East Turkestan Government-in-Exile, is one of the critics, and he says, East Turkestanis, Uyghurs, Tibetans, and Mongols are occupied nations. They are not separatists, as they were never a part of China to begin with. Incorrectly referring to them as separatists only helps advance Chinese imperialism.